Greetings to all in creation. This is Aurora Mother of New Creation, and I'm here at United States Postal Services. Greeting all in creation in the United States, and this is the final events energies update for the fact that we have defeated the devil tonight. So, as you all know, I've been through this hell of a journey. Not to diminish what I've been through, it was worse than hell, whereby they first and foremost used me on many maleficent levels to do many maleficent things in the Pop-Tart world of nasty illusion. First things first, they had me at some point. I had the agreement of, and everybody's reported. I mean, Dan Erlacher, who approved wrongfully so, which he should be taken to the cleaners by Florida cops, whom I salute. And I've called you several times, Fruitville, as well as Sarasota police. The man is in Fruitville, running wild and free, and he's the one who sent me on a bus from Miami to Vegas. Upon entry of Vegas, and they had robbed my luggage at Atlanta. So I found that out in Memphis, Tennessee. Soon as I arrived to Vegas, they had their little, boy troll dog that they drug all the men. There's no men in America. Everybody's a deballed troll. They're all owned by the Freemasonic orders of evil satanic madness. They had the Haley Pinkston here, the most evil of all harlots of Babylon, right here in Hilton World, whom should be arrested by morning time. The letter is right here for the White House to know. Had him go snuckled into Vegas while I arrived. They tossed me on the streets in the coldest of weathers, and they got married when it was my plan to go to meet my beloved and marry him. So that's how Stephen Thompson, Jared, the cop, married Haley Pinkston under Dima Tabrawi October 6. For now, they kept me here. They brought in Forsyth, who jammed his car in the system so that she steals over the weekend at Mellow Mushroom, where they kicked me out because Russell had to have a little pizza party with her that day. Kicked me out of Mellow Mushroom so that they can serve her Aurora Diamond Rainbow. I'm not sure if they added the Morning Star for it or not, but it's all been announced, so you have no permission. Let alone, we've already denounced Victoria Diaz and the fraud marriage in Tennessee when they brought me down from California. Every time they want to mess with me, they make me leave California to spread the darkness, and that's how they also married Bieber here in Bluffton, because to prepare for, the big ceremony, and now they want me at any cost to go to North Carolina or to leave the country with my own consent. They tried to have me write to Biden a letter where I'm asking him to deport me this morning, when they also, on my way from Lava to Resurrection this morning, they had a deer run to the road. They're placing vaccination something in the deer life because of the deer park bottles of water. So they are ritualizing animals. These are the Freemasonic orders. Ritualizing the deer. So then the deer ran from the bushes, hit a car, and then the guys were at the cafe, it's not your fault. Please, dude, if you're putting poison in the animals, like you're putting poison in my food, and then they use my stolen plasma from the Cocoa Bar instance where they beat me down with a shovel and opened my left side brain and took a piece of my brain, mid back, low back, and my elbows, and there's traces of the abuse from Iaquinta Wexford, whom I already denounced, but you guys don't have ears to hear. But even Christy Thompson from Beaufort Sheriff Department, head of the cops, told me that Iaquinta and Forsyth, they commune behind the scenes on my topic. They have secret meetings to take me down at any cost. Today, before I went to this bar here, Smokehouse, Michael Iaquinta said that I would be banned from the Smokehouse and McDonald's. So in response to that, I said that they will actually give back Facebook to whoever came before Mark Zuckerberg, because I will no longer allow this robbery, and McDonald's, whoever came before the whatever's running the show now, because these two concepts were stolen in preparation of how they wanted to steal new creation from me, for you all to be eternally dumb, eternally mortal people, standing up for everything but what is. This started at Shasta with Miguel Lamboy that stole all my data from my MacBook Pro, installed Sierra in order for Sierra to get ritualized, the lesbian down the street at Tanglewood with Audie. I'm calling you out, calling out Gringos, calling out Ariel and all the blood you did work in your toilet there to make me, in the end, a homeless person with your agenda, with your Google app, with the FBI, to render me by force homeless, to then send me to Florida, for me to have to marry Ribat or be homeless in Florida, because Miami authorities had told me already when they put me on that bus that they will never again send me out of Florida. So provided I land in Florida, you would have made sure that I am poor as it gets, robbed. You had a plan to kill my mother. You had a plan to steal my inheritance and my resurrection, send me in Florida as a douchebag on the streets with the devil. And I'm very surprised to see how all Hilton Head you serve the devil that proudly and loudly, from your churches to your banks, to your hotels, to every clerk, to every supermarket. You are honestly shames for the human lives. And when you send your children to talk to me, to divert me from the light, is also madness. Keep your children out of this. Rectify your mistakes. I already wrote in the letter to Sir Biden from the White House, Washington. Undo the fraud wedding. Carol Habushi, October 6th, had no right to marry Andrew Ryan Profaci. This is not a wedding. This is not a union. If you think that if you're playing a role in Hollywood and then that you convince yourself that that's your reality and that you try to send me to Musk to get a psychic evaluation with a psychiatrist, no. If a psychiatrist accepts to take this case, he needs a session. Anyone who's on this needs a session. You need to refer to me very quickly because you are extremely dumb populations of people that are ruled by satanic rules and the devil himself. You are shames for creatures that are breathing. And for you to ritualize my animals as such and to shoot them with substances, my deers and the alligators and the snakes and everything, you have been ritualizing the dolphins, the turtles. You have no right to touch my fauna, my flora, my fruits, and to make chick out of things and to identify things from the outside. Oh, she's eating green beans, she's drinking this, she's drinking that, that means this, that means that. Sending lesbians next to me at the bar to then have people from New Jersey try to invite me to their room saying, God would like you to be promiscuous and to be fornicational. I'm like, excuse me, no, that's not how it is. It's part of the commandments to not commit adultery, etc. And it was today and all over Resurrection Church speech. So, and then for God's sake, I mean, I did take 2 Eucharists at church and then one outside of church to complete the Holy Trinity today. For